Full HubSpot tutorial for beginners 2023 full guide. In this video, we're going to be discussing about HubSpot and how you can use it as your very own, in general, a CRM platform. Now, CRM platforms are basically customer relationship management platforms. Basically, we're going to be discussing about all of that in this video, so please do make sure to watch this video till the end. So without further ado, let's just get straight into it. So you're going to come to HubSpot's main website. It's called www.hubspot.com. Okay. Now, once you're here they're going to say get started with HubSpot and everything. You know, HubSpot is a CRM platform with all the software integrations and resources you need to connect marketing, sales, customer service, and website management. Then they're also going to give you, different things like looking for specific products, marketing hub, sales hub, service hub, CMS hub, operations hub, all these different types of hubs that you can work with. Now, obviously, to start off with this, like, you can go and read the details of these. Like, they have different things like management, landing pages, automations, etc. I'm just gonna go ahead and get started right ahead. So once you click on get started for free, it's gonna bring you here to these three different plans. So you have the free tools, the starter, and the professional. Okay, three different plans. And basically what's gonna happen is the fun thing about HubSpot is that it gives you a proper free plan. Like most CRM platforms out there, they're going to give you free trials and everything, but most of them don't have a free plan. So this is a plus point when it comes to HubSpot. So yeah, let's go ahead and start using, the fun CRM that we have in front of us. So basically, you're going to go ahead over here, and as you can see, this includes free email marketing, free website, and free CRM. And obviously, that's mostly what anyone is here for when it comes to HubSpot. So let's head straight into it. Now, once you're over here, they're going to ask you for your email address and everything. So obviously, you're going to go ahead and add that. Now, I'm going to be using a temp mail for myself. Okay. Now, the reason I'm using a temp mail is, because this video is for educational purposes, and I'm going to scrap off this account later on. So, I don't want anything to stick along. So I'm going to, use a temp mail. So you don't necessarily need to follow this step. Okay. You can use your proper email, which could be your Gmail, Yahoo, etc. So I'm just going to go with this one, verify email. And once I verify email, they're going to ask me to check my mail. So obviously, once everything is done, they're going to send a verification code, and here it is. So 043641. We're going to add 043641. There we go. And then we're going to click on next. Now they're going to ask us to create a password for ourselves. So do make sure to make a password that goes with all of their requirements. And once it does, you're going to click on next, and there you are. So now you're going to choose your first name, last name. Click on next. What industry are you in? Okay, you could be in any of them. I'm going to go with, a marketing and advertising industry. And once you do that, what is your job role? Okay, I'm going to go with CEO, or, there we go, Chief Executive Officer. What is your company's name? Just choose whatever it could be. How many people work at your company? You're going to have to tell them the size of the workers that you actually have. So, according to that, it's going to give you all the contacts and, privileges. So obviously, if you want you could say right number of privileges according to the work you're going to do, you're going to have to give the accurate information. So I'm going to go with 26 to 50 right now. So what is your company's website? I'm going to give them this random website. Where would you like your data to be hosted? So obviously, you have two servers, okay, the US and the Europe, okay? So it totally depends on wherever you want to get it, get the server up and running. I'm going to go with US and click on create account. And once you click on create account, there we go. Starts preparing your account, so let's personalize your experience. Which of these sounds most like you? This will help us give you the best start. So obviously it could be I have never used a CRM before. I'm new to HubSpot, but I have used a CRM before, or I know my way around HubSpot pretty well. Your CRM as a central place for all your marketing, sales, and service information. So obviously, I'm going to go with I've never used a CRM before. Let's say you're starting, like I'm assuming you're going to be starting fresh. What would you like to do with HubSpot first? Pick your first important business goal now, and we will set you up to achieve it. Don't worry, you can always explore more in the future. So obviously you have all these things. So send marketing emails to potential customers, track your deals in one place, create a set of high performing sales tools, all these things. I'm gonna go with obviously, like, there's a lot of great functions. Now, when it comes to sending marketing emails, this is obviously for your marketing, campaigning, automations and stuff. So send marketing emails to potential customers. Use their library of templates to create beautiful marketing email campaigns. See how your campaigns are performing and converting recipients into customers. Do it all independently without help from designers or IT. Track your deals in one place. Customize your new sales pipeline, a powerful tool to clearly track the progress of your sales. Map the real life milestones in your sales process to stages in your new pipeline, and then create deal records to capture the key details of your sales. And finally, create a high performing sales tool, which will turn your best sales emails into templates you can reuse and optimize. Track your email open rates, log calls with contacts, and book meetings in one place, and then use customizable reports and dashboards to set up and meet sales goals. So obviously you can choose one of these. I'm going to skip without picking a goal for now. So here we are. Which part of the CRM platform do you actually want to explore first? Don't worry, you can explore the other areas later. So let's go and explore the sales platform, okay? Let's go and check out the Sales Hub. So once everything loads up, take a demo of your sales tool. You can take a demo. It takes about 3 minutes. If you're going to do that, it's going to start giving you a demo, okay? So you can obviously skip the demo by just reloading the page. Reload the page and the demo should be gone. If it's not, just keep on clicking next, okay? I'm just going to skim through all of this. And once we have skimmed through, then we're going to get into the main basics. So even like with everything that we're seeing, you can see that it's pretty simple. So like not a lot of, you could say complexity going on over here. Pretty simple stuff that you can get your head behind. Let me just finish this demo and yeah, there we go. So once the demo is finished and everything, let's head straight into our HubSpot Sales Hub. So this is basically your HubSpot Sales Hub. You can see the hub right here. You can see things down here. Okay. So let me just skip all these things. Like once you've skipped all these things, obviously we're going to do all these things later on ourselves. These things are important. Don't get me wrong. But obviously like we're going to do these things ourselves. So obviously head over to the hubs. So you have the marketing hub, sales hub, service hub, operation hub, CMS hub. Okay. So once you're in the sales hub, obviously you can see tons and tons of things over here. So this is obviously where you're gonna, be landing and everything, and you can, create a whole sales hub or something. So before starting off, do make sure to check 2 things for yourself, okay? So what are you gonna check? First of all, check your email settings. So you're gonna open the settings, and once you open the settings, you're gonna go into the general settings, and here are gonna be your email settings up here. Now, once you check it, as you can see, connect your personal email accounts to HubSpot to log, track, send, and receive emails in the HubSpot CRM. To manage any team emails, go to inbox settings, and you can see down here configure, never log, etc. Now, basically, you're going to connect your personal email first of all. That just makes it much easier to use HubSpot. Makes communication easier, makes getting emails relatively simpler and all that. And then down here, it says download the email extension. Okay, go and make sure to download that as well because it's, a Google Chrome email extension that, just makes it better for you to run things. And it's just much more simpler in my opinion. So go ahead and do that, okay? And once you've done that, you're basically gonna be good to go. It's just cake from there. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna set up your meetings. Okay, these are the 2 things you're gonna need to check. How you're gonna set up your meetings? Go to sales and go to meetings over here. And once you go to sales and meetings, schedule meetings without the hassle. Stop wasting time with endless what time works for you back and forth emails. Share scheduling pages with contacts and they can easily book a time that works for them, okay? Then events are automatically added to everyone's calendar. So we're going to go ahead and click on get started and let's see what it has to offer us. So obviously it's going to give us all these different types of meetings, okay? And in these meetings, you can create like different scheduling pages and scheduling meetings. So let me show you how you're going to do that for yourself as well. So obviously, firstly, you can see down here 60-minute, 30-minute, and 15 minutes meeting is already a custom meeting that's been set. So you can go ahead, click on it, and check it out. You can see what it actually constitutes, what it brings you. But if you don't want to mess around with that, let's just go straight ahead into creating our scheduling page. So you're going to click on that. And here you can see it gives you three different discrete things: one-on-one, group, and round robin. So contacts can schedule a meeting with a single person on your team. Contacts can schedule a meeting with multiple people on your team. And meetings are automatically distributed to a person on your team based on criteria that you set. And obviously, the fun part about all this is that it gives you example use cases. So you can obviously go ahead and check the example use cases to actually see how things actually work. But obviously for now, we're going to go on one-on-one, okay? And once we go on one-on-one, as we can see, you've used your one free booking page. So yeah, on the free plan, obviously we only get one free booking page. Then once we're over here, obviously you're going to make sure to go ahead and add information, add different things for yourself. Okay. And once make sure to add a good internal name, good event title. And once you add a decent event title, as you can see, it adds the event title over here as so. You're gonna add location, you're gonna add descriptions and everything. And once you add all of that, you're gonna click on next, and you're gonna get redirected to the scheduling. Okay, this is the scheduling section. And in the scheduling section, obviously you can see the schedules, forms, confirmations, and all that. And that's equally important in my opinion. Okay, so make sure when you head straight into the scheduling section, you're gonna get all these different types of settings to obviously get yourself behind easily. And like the more fun part about all of that is that you can also automate pretty easily for yourself. Like the nurturing workflow for HubSpot, it's pretty amazing. Now, basically once you've check your email and set up your meetings, basically just go on automations. Okay. And once you're on automations, first of all, they're going to give you two options: the confirmation email and the pre-meeting reminder. So you're obviously going to go ahead and fiddle with those two options. Those two options are pretty discrete options that they're going to give you, and they're pretty useful and good options in my opinion. So just go ahead, mess around with both of them as much as you want to. And once you do that, basically, you're going to have a proper set it up meeting. And obviously, once you have a proper set it up meeting, from there on out, what you're going to get is, a proper set it up thing for, you could say for your, things that you're running over here. Now, moving further on, basically, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and discuss more things in depth about the whole, confirmation email and pre-meeting reminder bit. So let me just go back and show you the one meeting that I have created for myself over here. So yeah, this is the one meeting. And as you can see over here, again, you're going to come here. So first of all, there's the overview and stuff. And once you fix that, you're going to go to scheduling. And scheduling, as you can see, you can also collect payments, like recurring payments and all that. So that's a good thing as well. And you can set times and everything. And then you have automations. Okay, so this is, as I was stating, confirmation emails, where you can send a confirmation email to attendees immediately after they schedule a meeting, or a pre-meeting reminder. Okay, send an email reminder to attendees before a meeting starts. You can also send test emails to actually check if this actually works. And once you do that, click on save, and you have a proper full-fledged meeting that has been created for you. Now, how are you gonna, move ahead with all this? So first of all, let's go to sales and let's go to deals. Okay, now once you're in deals, obviously they're gonna start giving you all these sales channel deals over here for yourself that you could say pretty basic, simple, and easy stuff. Okay, now basically, first of all, you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna make sure that you actually have a few deals in here. Now, if you don't have deals, you can always create them or import them. Now, importing deals, they're going to give you two different options, okay? Now, you can either import in a CSV or an XLSX or XLX format, okay? As you can see, import contact, company, deal, ticket, or product information into HubSpot. And as you can see, they're going to give you, two pretty good options. And those options, as you can see, they're going to work pretty well for you. So go ahead and add whatever option will work best for you, in my opinion. I guess importing using this is better because like obviously Excel has, you know, those records and stuff, records, rows, and you can add data pretty simple, like pretty simply and pretty easily in those. So yeah, just make sure to have the data properly spread it out, okay? And once the data is properly spread it out from there on out, what you're gonna do is, you know, you're gonna get a proper affiliation and a proper working with all the things that you know, actually constitute all of that. So once basically we've discussed about that, let's go ahead and first of all discuss how you're gonna, you know, create it manually. So to create deals manually, you're gonna come here on create deal. Okay, you're gonna click on create deal, and once you click on create deal, they're gonna give you this page over here. So first of all, you're gonna keep a deal name for yourself. Okay, now, a deal name could be anything. I'm going to go with the first deal right now, just, you know, for an example. Now, once you go with the first deal, you're going to choose the sales pipeline. Okay, I'm going to go with the sales pipeline over here. You have the deal stage. It could be appointment schedule, qualified to buy, presentation schedule, decision maker, contract sent, closed one, closed last, etc. I'm going to go with, let's go with qualified to buy. I'm going to choose the amount. I'm going to go with this. Close date, choose whatever close date you want. Okay, I'm gonna go with the 15th of June. Choose the deal owner that actually owns everything on the deal, and then you're gonna choose the deal type. I'm gonna go with new business. Then you have the priority. I'm gonna keep it on high. You have the contacts. Choose any contact that you're gonna have. These are the custom contacts that they're gonna give you. You have the company. Okay, choose any company that you've added, and once you've done that, you're gonna click on create. And once you click on create, you're going to see that it's going to actually create you a whole sales deal over here. Okay. As you can see, a whole sales deal has been added. So let's go on deals as so. And once you go on deals, you can also, like, obviously this is one view. You also have different views to check it in. So in different views, you know, you have the Kanban view and all that. So pretty basic, pretty standard stuff. As you can see, you have the name, the stage, close date, deal owner, amount, and everything. So pretty, you could say, simple and basic stuff, in my opinion. You know, pretty simple to get your head behind this. And obviously, once you have discussed all of this, which we're gonna do, so you're gonna head over to contacts. Okay. Now, to basically add content, like to add audience, you know, to gain actual people that are going to access your page and everything, you're going to have contacts. And if you don't have contacts, who are you actually talking to? Okay. So once you're in contacts as so, basically to add yourself some contacts, what you're going to do is you're going to basically go ahead and same as the deals. Okay. You're going to get two options for yourself. Now, the two options could obviously be, you know, all the stuff over here. So firstly, you have import, and then you have create a contact. Okay. Now, importing, same thing as it goes. You're gonna have tables of the Excel content, and you're gonna make sure to basically create a well table with good formatted data tables. And once you have a good formatted data table, yeah, just import it, and it's gonna import the information as so. But if you don't want to, you know, use an Excel page, if like you don't, if you do want to add it manually, I would prefer you use an Excel page. But if you add it manually for yourself, you can just come here and start adding things. So here you can see you're gonna add an email, first name, last name. You have the contact owner, and once you have the contact owner and everything, you're gonna go to job title and everything. You know, let's come to this section in like a second. Let's go ahead and discuss once again the connecting of personal email. Okay. Now, you're going to head into general, and you're going to go on email. Okay, once you go on email, let's go ahead and actually connect the personal email, because it's pretty, as you can see, you can also turn on inbox automation, and it's pretty useful for you. As you can see, you can send and schedule emails from HubSpot, log email replies to HubSpot automatically, suggest follow-up tasks, etc. I'm going to go ahead and, you know, just connect my inbox for better measure. And obviously, I'm going to go ahead and add the email, my personal email, my very own email. And once you do that, you're going to click on next. And once we click on next, obviously we're going to wait for things to actually load up. And here we go. So set up your email account. Your email is hosted by Google. We recommend connecting to Gmail. So obviously you can choose an email provider yourself, or you can, just directly connect it to your Google if you want to. That totally depends on you, of course. So obviously I'm going to go ahead and connect to my Gmail. Once you do that, you're going to come here. Here's what to expect when you connect to HubSpot. So you have all these things over here. Okay, you can go ahead and read them for yourself if you want to. Now, once you've gone through these things, we're going to go ahead and we're going to click on continue. Now, once you click on continue, obviously it's going to load you up into the whole interface. So let's just wait for it to do that for us. And once it obviously loads up, what it's going to do is it's going to ask us to, log in with the email that we actually want to go ahead with. We actually want to, give the green light to. So I'm going to go with the email that I just entered up there. So here's the email. And let's just wait for it to, load me in to the whole interface. Pretty basic, pretty easy stuff, as you can see. Now here we have it. So HubSpot wants to access your Google account. Obviously, I'm going to go ahead and click on allow. And once you click on allow, obviously it's going to load you up even more. So we're just going to wait for it to load us in. And once it loads us in, here we are. So just go ahead, connect your email, verify everything. And once you do that, basically they're going to, give you to download an extension. I'm obviously going to go saying no thanks. I don't want to, download an extension or anything right now for myself. And once you do that, there we are. So you've connected a personal email for yourself, and everything is, I'd say it's everything's good to go. Now, once these things are done and you have an email added, let's go and add or create an email signature. Now, you're probably wondering, what is an email signature and why do we need to add it? So, to create an email signature, what you're gonna do is you're gonna basically go over this and hover over configure, and here it's going to say edit email signature. You're going to go on that. Email signature will be used in one-on-one emails through, the HubSpot CRM. It's like a one-on-one messaging system that, in my opinion, would just work well when it comes to talking about, the whole email bit and stuff. And I would personally use it. So, I'm just going to add something like that. You can also choose HTML if you want to. If you know coding, you can use HTML. I'm just going to go with that and click on save. And there we are. So we just connected our email and, set up our email signature. Then obviously you can go ahead and connect your calendar as well. So I'm going to go on calendar. Okay. Now, why do you want to connect your calendar? Basically, to connect your calendar, if you connect your calendar, what's going to happen is, let's say if you have schedules on your calendar, if you've set dates that, okay, I'm going to do this on that day, that on this day. What's going to happen is, accordingly to that, it's going to integrate itself and it's going to understand that, okay, the user is not free on this day or the user is not free on that day. So let's not schedule anything on that day. Let's not schedule anything on this day. So you get the point. Basically, it sets things up for you and it allows you to, have better temperament and stuff. So once you're done with all of this, now what you're going to do is you're going to head over, once you've connected your calendar, obviously. You can also head over to tasks, and obviously once you've connected your calendar, in tasks, you're going to see all the tasks that you've implemented in your calendar and stuff, and, pretty simple stuff. Now we're going to head into account defaults. Now, what is account defaults and why are we heading into this? Account defaults are obviously the default settings in your account, and in my opinion, I guess I'd say it's pretty necessary to check these out, because account defaults are, let's say if you want to go back to some default settings, you should set it up over here. We don't actually want the HubSpot CRM to mess around with our things. If we want to go with a default setting, we want it to be actually going to a default that we actually want. Okay, so you can set that stuff over here. Then obviously comes adding users. For that, you're going to go on users and teams. And once you go on users and teams, the fun thing about HubSpot CRM's free account is that it allows you to add unlimited users for free in your HubSpot CRM account. How cool is that? So obviously, as you can see right now, it's given us one user But to obviously add more users, you can either export them, you can import them, or you can create a user yourself. Okay. And creating a user, same as creating, contacts and all that. Just go on create user. Okay. And once you go on create user, you can create new users and add email addresses, all that. And you can also upload a CSV file where you can, add multiple users. As I stated before in the video, you can add multiple users at the same time in one video. So, how cool is that? Like, that makes life so much easier for you and the people around you. So, obviously, once you've, discussed about this, let's go ahead and also discuss about, the email addresses, the bunch that we're going to add for our email address. Now, basically, we're going to come back here. Okay, you can also like give them permissions and invite them to your space if you want to. Okay, pretty simple stuff. Now, also do remember that once you add users, and by the way, you can also add teams, proper teams if you want to add them. Once you've added them, you can also set up their permissions, keep your team organized and stuff. Now, let's go ahead and discuss HubSpot's free features more in depth. So obviously you can see up these tabs here: contacts, conversations, marketing, sales, service, automation, and reports. Okay, so what will we make of these? So to get started off with these, basically what you're gonna do, or what we're gonna do, is first of all, we're gonna go on contacts as so. Okay. And obviously in the free plan, as I stated, you can add up to 1 million contacts for free. Like, imagine 1 million contacts. That's a lot. Like, think about it. Million is tons and tons of contacts. So obviously same with this, you can go on import, and once you go on import, you can see start on import, and you can use 3 different settings for importing. Import file from computer, which is again a CSV, XLS, or XLSX file. Then you have import and opt-out list. Okay, you can import a whole list that you've opted out, which could be a TXT file, etc. And then you have, repeat a past import. Again, pretty simple stuff. So once like we've gone through that, let's go ahead and actually create a contact one by one for ourselves. Okay. Now, creating a contact one by one for ourselves, obviously it's manual work, and relatively it's gonna take more time than actually importing a page or something. Because come on, like, importing a list will obviously relatively take you like less time than actually going ahead and one by one creating a proper contact for yourself, because that's just common sense. So that's why I keep on recommending that adding contacts by yourselves is much more efficient, much easier in my opinion. But obviously, it always depends on the user, whatever they want to go with. It always depends on you. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how you're going to actually create a contact. So you're going to come here, and obviously they're going to first of all ask you the email and first name and last name of the user that you're creating a contact for. So I'm going to go ahead and add an email as so. Then I'm going to add the first name, last name. And once you do that, they're going to ask me to, add the contact owner and everything. You're going to add the contact owner. Mine is already added. Then you have the job title. I'm going to go with CEO. You have the phone number. Go ahead and add a phone number. Like, not necessary, to be honest. You can always keep it empty. And then you have the life cycle stage. It could be a lead, subscriber, qualified, opportunity, customer, etc. I'm going to go with marketing qualified lead. And then you have the lead status and everything. I'm going to go with open. Okay. And once you've done all of these, obviously do make sure to cross-check and see if your information is actually correct. And then you're going to get 2 options down here. Okay, you're going to get create and add another. Now, I don't really need to explain what this means, but like, just for an overview, if you just do create, it's going to create one user and you're going to back into the main dashboard. Create and add another will basically you're going to create one, and then obviously it's going to open another page like this. So basically it's type of speed running it. Okay, so you get the point. So I'm going to just go ahead and create. And as you can see, once you create, it's going to bring you to the whole page. Like, it's not going to let you add another user unless you actually go back to manually add it yourself. So once we're here, this is like, obviously we've added the user. This is where you're going to manage the user. Now, to manage the user, as you can see, you have different things going on around here. You have the overview, activities, and all these things to go along with it. Okay. You have different companies, deals, tickets, payments, attachments, all these things to go along with it. Pretty simple stuff, you know. Like once you read them, you know what you're getting into, you know what you're actually messing around with. And then obviously over here, you can see you have a note. You can create an email for this user. You can make a phone call with them, create a task for them, schedule a meeting, more options, tons and tons of things to get yourself, affiliated with and get behind. Then obviously in further retrospect, what you're going to do is you can come here to the activity section. And in the activity section, as you can see, you have all these things like activities, notes, emails, tasks, meetings. And over here, you can see more different things for yourself. And it's pretty simple, in my opinion. Then obviously, if we were to go back in contact again, you can see all these things that go around with your page. Now you can add different views for yourself as well, and you can change leads, you can change lead statuses, etc. Now, in contacts, we're going to go to the companies option. Now, what is the company option and what does it do for you? So once you're in companies, time to get organized. Start by giving HubSpot data to work with like companies. After you can sort, search, and filter to find what you need and hide what you don't. So obviously, as you can see, it gives us a blueprint of how things work, how things actually are when it comes to editing. So obviously you can create companies for yourself as well. The same way we created contacts. Okay, go ahead and import stuff if you want to, or just go ahead and create a company manually. Pretty simple stuff and pretty basic stuff to get your head behind. Then obviously further on, we're gonna move on to calls. So you're gonna go on contacts and you're gonna move on to calls. And once you're in calls, obviously you can see all these things over here. And in calls, you can like once you have like proper companies and contacts in your interface in your CRM space, from there on out, what you can do is, as I stated, you can add calls for them. Now, scheduling calls, again, pretty easy in my opinion, because scheduling calls basically allows you to gather your customers, to gather your workspace members and all that. So pretty simple stuff, pretty basic and easy stuff to get your head behind. And so yeah, basically, yeah, you get the point. Now, obviously, further on, you have the conversations and the marketing tools, etc. Okay, you can get your head behind all of that stuff too as well if you want to. Then you have the marketing, sales, service, automation. We're going to be getting into all of that. So right now, let's go ahead and talk about activity feed. Activity feed is, all the users that we added, the contacts, companies. This is where you're going to see the activities that goes on behind the scenes, like stuff you don't know. So you can see this person, marketing director, clicked this link, this person did this person did that. So as the CEO and the manager of the CRM platform, you're going to get all the information, and you're going to get all the latest updates on what people are doing, when they're doing it, how they're doing it, and all that. So you get the point. And then finally, there's lists. Okay. Now, lists are basically to power your business. You can create a list, as they say, create a list to power your business. Use lists to segment by industry, size, location, value, or anything else that you can imagine. Okay. Now, as it states, lists is just better when it comes to segmenting your business, creating powerful segments, charts, graphs, and all that. So it's pretty basic stuff, okay? Pretty easy stuff to get your head behind, and to work with it is relatively much easier, okay? Now, obviously, you can go ahead and mess around with it in whatever way you please, but like in easier retrospects and in easier ways, what you can do is we're gonna obviously two options. You can either import or create it manually by yourself. Okay. Now, again, importing is relatively easier because they're going to give you an option to import it in the Excel format. And again, I can't stress on this enough. The Excel format will save you tons of time. It will save you a lot of time. So again, I recommend using the proper Excel format, using the XLX, XLSX, CSV, all that. Go ahead with all that. But again, if you just want to add it manually, you can come here on create list as so. And once you go on create list, you're going to get, two options over here. So you get contact based, where you can create a list of contact records, and then company based, where you can create a list of proper company records for yourself. Okay. Now, obviously in these two sections where they're going to say what kind of list are you creating. Okay, you get two options: active list and static list. So active lists automatically update over time. Records will join or leave the list as their properties change. You have static lists, where static lists do not automatically update as your records change. A static list represents a single moment in time. Okay, so you have both these things going on for yourself, and as you can see, I'd say pretty simple and easy to get your head behind these. They're pretty robust and pretty easy to mess around with, in my opinion. So obviously we're going to go on contact based, and here's your list name. Please name this list before saving it. Okay. So obviously we're going to go ahead to create the list. You're going to first of all add the list name and everything. So let's go and add, I'm going to add it first demo list. I'm going to call it first demo list, and it gives you the option to either make an active list or a static list. Obviously I'm going to make an active list, and I'm going to click on next. And once you click on next, it's going to ask us to start adding filters. Let's add a company property filter. And once you add a company property filter, basically what it's going to do is it's going to ask us to add more filters and all that. And once you're done with that, you're going to click on save list, and yeah, basically you're going to be good to go. So that's, the whole list concept. Let's go ahead and start discussing about conversations. So in conversations, the first option that you get is inbox. And in inbox, as you can see, say hello. Connect your first channel and start bringing conversations to your inbox. So here you have email. Okay, manage and respond to emails from your inbox. Then you have chat. Connect live chat to engage with your website visitors in real time. Create bots for qualifying leads, scheduling meetings, and customer support. And then you have forms. Connect and respond to forms from your inbox. And then you have Facebook Messenger, where you can manage Messenger conversations from your inbox. Create bots from Facebook Messenger. Okay, pretty basic stuff, pretty easy stuff. It really goes into the depth of technicality when it comes to talking about different widgets of communication for your page. So yeah, you get the point of this. Now obviously you have more in-depth things like let's go ahead and discuss emails. Okay, so I'm gonna come here, click on email, and once you click on email, as you can see, what kind of team email do you want to connect? Okay, so they're gonna give you three options. Firstly, you have Gmail. Connect a Gmail account to your actual inbox. Okay, now, this is relatively pretty, basic stuff. And I guess we actually have done this, so I'm not going to do this again. But then you also have the Microsoft Outlook. It allows you to connect a Microsoft Outlook account to your inbox. And then you have other mail account. Connect other accounts by setting up email forwarding. So you get the point of this, you get the gist of all of this, you get how it works. Now, you can also use your HubSpot fallback email if you want to go ahead with that. Pretty simple. And then obviously you can, if I were to go back, same case scenario for chat, forms, and Facebook Messenger. Okay, just go ahead with one of these. Like, let's say I'm going to go with chat. Once you go with chat, it's going to give you all these things. So this is obviously your chat widget, and you can choose the color scheme that you want with it. Then you have, chat flows and everything. And creating your chat flows is also pretty important. So I'm going to get into that too in a second. Let me just, show you the whole editing prospect of this. So once you're done with this, you're going to click on next. Here's your chat flow. So you create your first chat flow. You can create more live chat or bot chat flows later for yourself if you want to. You have chat headings where, you can get specific users and teams for yourself. And obviously then further on, you can see that you can add the contact, you can add the description and everything, you can assign conversations to people, etc. Okay, and like I skipped that because we're gonna create a chat flow separately. Then you have chat availability, based you can base it on user availability, like if a user is actually available, or you can base it on working hours. That would probably be the smarter or wiser option to have, because a user could be available at any time, but working hours are fixed time, so a user could actually come in those times to ask you that, hey, it's your working hours, can I talk to you? So you get the point. Then obviously we're going to click on next. You have the preview, you have different previews. In this case, you can check the tablet and mobile view as well. Obviously in mobile, you're not going to get it, but in tablet and PC, you're going to get it. So if it's good to you, just go on next, and you can install HubChat. As you can see, you have this code that they made for you. It's an embedded code. Place the code right before the end of the body tag on any page that you want to enable HubSpot on. So you get the point, and you have a proper, body code. So just copy it, and you can also verify the installation and stuff. Skip for now, and there you go. Live chat is now connected to your page. So you get the point. Pretty simple stuff and pretty easy stuff to get your head behind. Now that we've discussed that, let's go ahead and discuss chat flows. Okay, now what are chat flows and how are they helpful to you? How can they actually help you? How you can use them to have a much, you could say, simpler and easier workflow to mess around with. So once you open chat flow, here you can see to customize your chat widget's appearance and availability, go to your inbox settings. Obviously, that's what the appearance is for, and I just showed you how to mess around with the appearance. But now let's actually go and create a chat flow for ourselves. Now, what is a chat flow? With chat flows, basically, you can create custom chat experiences for visitors on your website, on Facebook pages, with as little or as much automation as you're going to need. Create a simple welcome message to greet visitors and direct them to your live team, or build actual bots to help qualify your leads or support your customers. Okay, so now you get the point of what chat flows are. Let's actually go ahead and start creating one for ourselves. Okay, so to create a chat flow, what you're going to do is obviously you're going to come up here to create chat flow. And once you go and create chat flow, you're going to get two options. Where would you like to add this chat flow? Either to your website or to your Facebook Messenger. Okay, you're going to get two options. This is obviously for your Facebook, if you have a Facebook account that you can mess around with, or you have your website. Okay, obviously, like in this case, we're obviously going to go ahead and add it to our website. I'm not going to mess around with the whole Messenger bit. Okay, so obviously you're going to go here and select a chat flow to start with. So you're going to get options. Okay, now you can it could be live chat, where you can welcome visitors and send them directly to your live team. You have knowledge base plus live chat, where you can give visitors the choice to search your knowledge base on base or chat with your live team. Then you have bots, concierge bots. Immediately give users actions to take, like talk to sales, get help, and more. Then you have qualified lead bot. Ask qualifying questions before passing visitors to your live team. Then you have meeting bot, where you can help visitors book meetings such as demos, consultations, using a meeting link, etc. Then you have tickets bot, where you can collect information from customers and open support tickets for your team to respond to later. You have knowledge base plus support bot, where you can offer immediate support and smart response handling when your team is actually away. Then you have offline bot, offer support to visitors when your team is away. And then you can finally start from scratch, where you can build a bot that meets your actual needs. I'm going to go with live chat right now. Okay, once you go on live chat, you're going to come over here, provide a little information. You selected live chat, select an inbox, and then obviously go ahead and choose a language for yourself. And once you do that, you're going to click on create. And once you click on create, as you can see, it creates a new chat flow for you. So how cool is that? Now, once we have created a chat flow and everything for ourselves, I'm going to go back over here. And one more thing, make sure to get a tracking code for yourself. So, you'll need to install the tracking code so we know where your chat flow should appear. So make sure to install that for yourself as well. Now, let's go ahead and talk about snippets. Now, snippets, basically, as you can see, it says save time writing emails and taking notes. Create shortcuts to your most common responses in emails sent to prospects and notes logged in your CRM. Quickly send emails and log notes without having to actually type the same thing over and over. So, As you can see, this is like pretty simple stuff. So to obviously mess around with them, you can go ahead and add a new folder, create a new snippet for yourself. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead, create snippet. Once you click on create snippet, first of all, you have your internal name and everything. Okay, so in your internal name, you have different things to mess around with. So first of all, there's your snippet text and everything, and then you have your internal name and all that. So obviously, I'm not gonna mess around with this a lot, but you also have the shortcut and everything, and you can obviously start giving a name. I'm gonna give it this name as an example. Then you're gonna give it some, random text. I'm just gonna go ahead and write some randoms, things, as we can see. And once you've written all of that, what you're gonna do from there is basically you're gonna then come down here. Okay, type a word to use as a shortcut. This is also important. So use a snippet. Type the symbol followed by the snippet shortcut that you enter above. And the snippet will appear in the text editor. So I'm gonna call it, just call it short, and then save snippet. And as you can see, you have saved a snippet successfully. Pretty simple stuff, isn't it? Now, obviously, you're going to go back. I'm going to go back to conversations, come to templates. And once I come to templates, as you can see over here, send your most repetitive emails in seconds. Turn your best sales into templates you can send without leaving your inbox. Discover your top performing templates to boost your response rates and close more deals. Okay, so you get the point. Pretty, simple and easy stuff. Pretty basic stuff to, get familiarized with. And then obviously, moving further on, you can also see the depth of different things in this case. So let's say we're going to go on new template. Right now, as you can see, your team has created 1 out of 5 templates. So obviously on the free plan, you can unlock more templates, but right now we only have one. So I'm going to, just stay with that. And once you, discuss all of that, let's go ahead and discuss the marketing aspect. So first of all, you're going to come to marketing and click on ads. Okay. So see which ads are turning visitors into customers. You're all in one place to manage your Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Google, and ad campaigns. Tie ad spend directly, company revenue, see who is interacting, re-engage with existing contacts, align advertising with the rest of your marketing, and all that. So you get the point. You get this is pretty simple in my opinion. And then you can obviously connect your accounts like Facebook, Google Ads, LinkedIn, all that. And obviously in marketing, you have all these different aspects like email. Okay, email marketing, as we all know, pretty in nowadays. A lot of users are doing email marketings. So start sending emails for free. Send 2,000 emails around, and get a basic concept of how things work. Send 2,000 emails per month, create 25 static and 5 smart lists, and review basic reportings and more. Go ahead and build your brand with the Marketing Hub Starter, which is, obviously you're going to have to upgrade your things to do that. Then you have Marketing Hub Professional, automate, test, and personalize. With Marketing Hub Professional, you can talk to sales about it if you want to, and all that. So you get the whole gist of that. Then you have landing pages. Okay, landing pages are another pretty important aspect when it comes to, marketing and CRM and all that. So build lead capturing campaigns with landing pages. HubSpot's drag and drop editor makes creating new pages pretty fast and simple. And you can go ahead and get started with this if you want to. Okay, it's pretty simple. Just click on get started. And here you can see, first of all, you have the website. You can choose a page name for yourself. So I'm going to go with starter. Just call it starter. Click on create page. And once you click on create page, basically it's going to bring you here to starter templates. Choose a starting point for your new landing page. Want to create a landing page from your theme template. Sign up for, their newsletter, download for your free ebook. You don't want to miss all these different templates that you can go with. So just click on select template. You can also preview them before, actually getting into the whole editing bit. And once you preview them, basically just go on ahead, start editing them, and get a proper landing page. Obviously, the editing aspect is pretty easy and simple because it's a proper drag and drop editor that gives you a lot of different features to, see and edit from and all that. So yeah, pretty basic and easy stuff. Then obviously moving on, we're gonna come here on marketing, And once you're over here, you can see websites, and you can mess around with your website's pages and blogs. You can, see about that if you want to. And you also have social and SEO. This feature is included in the Marketing Hub Professional. Obviously, your social and SEO is pretty important because social marketing is equally as important as any other marketing, if not the most important. Why I'm saying this is because social marketing basically, you could say, ambassador is your brand. Okay, it spreads your brand around, it talks about your brand with others, and you just get a whole, you could say, overview of how things actually work when it comes to discussing all these things. Then obviously moving further on, you have SEO. Okay, now what is SEO? SEO is basically your search engine optimization. Now search engine optimization is how up above in the Google search your page will actually appear. That's what search engine optimization is, and that's what it allows you to do. Okay, pretty, as we can see, pretty simple stuff, pretty basic. So, as you can see, SEO is pretty important because if like our page actually appears on the top lists of Google, like in the top searches, then a user is most likely to see it first and, click on it first. So, you get the point, you get the gist of it. Now, obviously, moving further on, basically, let's go ahead and discuss the more in-depth things about the page. Okay, you have campaigns. Okay, and campaigns is your email campaigns, obviously, and you're gonna get this in, again, the Marketing Hub Professional pack, and like you can get the professional pack by going into the pricings, as I showed you. Just go into the billings and make sure to add all those things for yourself. And once you do that, you're gonna be good to go. So you get the whole point. You can also make forms, by the way. Forms are, more like landing pages. They're used to market. Now, the difference between landing pages and forms is that landing page is a standalone web page, okay? It's a link that people are going to be, just land on. And it's pretty standalone. Forms, on the other hand, can be added on any page that you have on, your marketing or management or something like that. So yeah, the forms page can be added anywhere. Landing page is just one separate link, one separate redirect link and all that. So you get the point. You get the point of how all these things works. Then obviously comes your sales. As we discussed previous in the video, I discussed the deals and tasks. And deals are basically, you could say in a way, targets that you set for your team members, that, the contacts that you add for yourself. And comes tasks. Tasks are obviously, as it states, tasks for your workspace. Okay, so spend more time prospecting than organizing your to-do list. Filter, group, and complete tasks faster with a new layout. Plan your day and see your progress. Track real-time prospect activity and preview your calendar. Okay, you can ask them to show you around and stuff. And, it's pretty basic stuff. You can also import tasks for yourself the same way you import contacts and everything, just by just going on Excel. And once you, go on Excel, you take yourself to Excel from there on out. As I stated, what's going to happen is you're going to get a whole interface with the CSV file, XLX file, XLSX file, and all that. So pretty basic stuff. And then you can create tasks for yourself. Again, pretty simple stuff to get your head behind and all that. So yeah, pretty simple. Then you have documents and meetings. Okay, again, these are also equally as important when it comes to sales. Okay, and pretty simple again. So let's say if I were to go on documents, you can increase your sales documents if you want to create and send content that actually engages your contacts. Build a library of content that's easy to share and track. Upload any PDF, PowerPoint, or Word documents that you have and see what content is most interesting to your actual contacts. You can use your CRM or connected inboxes to easily send these documents for yourself. Again, pretty, simple stuff in my opinion. Then you have services. Okay, in services, you have tickets, feedbacks, knowledge base, customer portal, and all that. Now, if I were to go on these services, keep track of issues with your customers. Create tickets and assign them to a member of your team so they can offer the right help at the right time to you. And, you can learn more about tickets as you go more in depth about things, read the knowledge base article and all that. Then you can also set things for yourself like creating dates, ticket owners, last activity, priority, advanced filters for yourself if you want to do that. And then you obviously can import things for yourself, create tickets for yourself, all that. Pretty like basic stuff. And then finally comes your automation. Now, automation it's a pretty important feature for when it comes to your CRM and stuff. Pretty important feature because, like, what is automation? Automation is a trigger that triggers another action. So let's say if I were on the Nike store, okay, Nike's online store, and over there I buy a product off their store. I like a product that they are offering and I buy it off their store. And once I buy it off their store, what's going to happen from there on out is they're going to basically send me an email that, hey, you bought our product. It's going to be shipped to you in, this much days or that much days. So you get the whole point. You get the whole point of what that does for you. So it's, pretty simple stuff to get your head behind all of this. And, again, talking about these things, just makes it easier to explain it to someone. So if you have a general idea now of how, automation actually works, then that's well enough, because if, let's say, if it actually, is something that you would want to get your head behind, and I recommend that you start getting into it straight away, because the whole, you could say, aspect of editing, I'm sorry, the whole aspect of automation, it's pretty useful when it comes to a platform like this, especially with email marketing and stuff. Automations are pretty useful. Now, basically, what you can do about that in more depth is you can go to reports and see your analytics by going into the analytics tool, the dashboards, reports, data management, and all that. Pretty simplistic stuff, pretty basic stuff. And once you understand how to work with that, once you understand how to, mess around with that, basically from there on out, I guess it's pretty easy to go on ahead, pretty easy to understand how things actually work for yourself. So yeah, and I guess basically that's about it for this video. If you found this video informational, please do make sure to drop down a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to see more videos like this in the foreseeable future, please do make sure to let me know down in the description below. And if I left anything out, or if you have an issue with anything that I stated, please do make sure to let me know down in the comments below, and I'll fix those issues for you. But yeah, basically, until then, I hope you all keep having a great day. That's basically all from me, and I will be seeing all of you next time. Thank you for watching this video till the end, and keep having a great day. Goodbye.